Hey everybody, this is the TechSpace, and in this tutorial or this video, what I'm going to do is actually go over how to stop your computer from freezing. So if your computer's been freezing a lot and you're having a lot of issues with it, as far as the internet goes, as far as any programs or software go on your computer, we're going to fix that in this video. So stay tuned. It's going to be a little bit longer video, but at least your computer will be up and running and you'll know the process for if you get a new computer or if this continues to happen later on down the line. So first things first, what we're going to want to do to clean out all the dust or just saved archived files in your computer that don't mean anything is we're going to want to run disk cleanup. Now that's this program right here. So once we get this running, if you don't have that saved, just go down to your search bar and type in disk, if I can spell, disk cleanup, and it should just pop up somewhere up here. Click on that and you'll get the same screen. Let this screen load for a second. So next thing we're going to want to do, because we're going to want to run these all at once. Of course you don't have to run them all at once, but doing them all at once just makes it a lot simpler. We're going to want to go down here, and again we're just going to go to our control panel this time actually. So control panel, and down here in uninstall a program, I know most of you probably know how to uninstall programs, but that's not the only thing. So you're going to want to wait for this green line to finish so that all of the programs show up down here. And once that happens, what we're going to want to do is click on Publisher here at the top. And what that'll do is it'll put all of your publishers in category so that you know who's published what application and software on your computer. Once you do that, you'll see all of your Microsoft Corporation applications and software are all in the same category. They're all listed in order. So what we see here are basically for every computer there's important parts to the programs, or there's important programs and programs that your computer has downloaded over time or you've downloaded over time that you really don't need and that may be slowing down your computer. So a Microsoft Corporation publisher, if you know anything about tech, you'll pretty much know, Intel, Microsoft, Google, stuff like that. You really don't need to delete because it's very unlikely that that software is malicious to your computer or doing anything that you don't want it to do. So all of the Microsoft, Oracle, big companies like that, leave those alone. But what we're going to be looking at are the publishers here at the top, or in a separated list from all the others, and those are going to be the applications that you've downloaded over time and that may be taking up space on your computer. So as you can see, these applications from this top one down to this game right here are all out of publishing for like a basic big company publisher software. So all of these applications I can choose to delete if I don't use them. If you don't know what they are, just go ahead, click on them and click delete or uninstall. So uninstall it, and basically once you click uninstall, you'll get once you click on install, you'll get a window that'll pop up, and through that window you'll be able to actually go through there and delete it. And it's very simple. You just click next 100 times, just like any other uninstallation or installation process. So after you've done all of that and you got rid of all the stuff you don't want out of your programs, what we're going to want to do next is go to System and Security, go to Windows Firewall, and make sure that your Windows Firewall is on. So if your Windows Firewall is off, make sure that it's on. If not, go ahead and type in Windows Defender down here. Windows Defender comes with all Windows PCs, and this will guard your computer and scan it. So this green check mark will show up if your PC is protected and monitored, and if not, it'll have a exclamation mark. You're going to want to go ahead and scan it or update it, do whatever it tells you to do. Make sure that your virus software is up to date. And like I said, this is a free virus protection software downloaded on every Microsoft computer, or Windows computer. So if you have this or Norton Security Suite or McAfee, go ahead and search on Google if you don't want Windows Defender, a different type of virus software, or of course you can go buy one. But this one's free, as I said, and it's already on your computer. So make sure this is always running. Back to your firewall settings, what we're going to want to do is go back and go down here to administrative tools for the next step. And go ahead and close out the control panel. In the administrative tools categories, what we can do is actually type in administrative tools down here and we'll get the same thing, but that'll bring up this window. So once we're in this window, and I know this is a lot, but knowing the processes of actually keeping your computer clean, keeping it from freezing, and keeping it running properly is important. So you can see disk cleanup here, but right above that you see defrag and optimize drives. Go ahead and click on that with the right click and click run as administrator. What you'll get here is all of the disk space in your hard drives. Again, what we're going to do is click analyze, and then once it's done analyzing, go ahead and it'll stop for you, and then right over here in this corner it'll say defrag, and you're going to want to click on that. So let this run. This takes a little bit longer than the disk cleanup and the other processes, but just let that run, minimize it, and you're good to go. So once you're done with that, you're going to want to go ahead and minimize the administrative tools, but don't exit out of it yet. Or actually, I'll just pull it to the side here. Bring disk cleanup over it, and this is the screen you'll get when disk cleanup is done running. So once it's done running, what you're going to do is check all of these boxes, and this will not delete anything important to your computer. It's all just temporary files, stuff that you haven't used. So once you have them all checkmarked, don't click OK yet. Click clean up files with the administrative icon right to the left. Once you do that, it'll go through that same process again. If we can get it. Okay, so it showed up right here, and as you can see, it's going through the same process as it was at first. So once we have that going, we're going to let that run again, and we have our defrag going, and everything's up and running. So once all this is done, disk cleanup and everything, we're just going to wipe everything completely. As you've seen in the screen before on disk cleanup, just click OK once this is done loading. If we can get it to load here. Go back to my defrag, see how that's doing. As you can see, it's already analyzed, and they're all 0% fragmented. So what we're going to do is make sure you don't have any particular hard drive clicked on, and actually go to OSC, which is your main drive, and click optimize. And what that'll do is start running again, and once that's done, you're pretty much done with this defrag. Just close that out. If you want to run the rest of your drives, that's okay, but the most important drive is your OSC, and what this does is it basically condenses your memory to one spot in your hard drive instead of spreading it all out through the entirety of your hard drive. So it basically pushes it all to the corner so that when you're saving more memory onto it, you have less trouble, and the computer has less of a problem doing it as well. So in turn, it will run faster. This cleanup's done, so we'll again go back through these boxes. You'll have a few more boxes on the side here. Make sure every single box is checked. Scroll down, make sure, and click OK. And before you click OK, you can actually see right here where it says how much space is being taken up. This isn't that much because I run mine often, but if you haven't ran yours before, or if you haven't ran it in a while, it's going to be significantly more than that, sometimes up to like 10 gigabytes of information that's saved onto your PC. So after you click OK, you'll get this window. Just click delete files. This will run and it'll close by itself, so you're basically done with this cleanup. Wait for your optimization to finish and you're basically done. So this is how you maintain your computer. Knowing these steps is really important to actually being able to have computers that run functionally and not having to bring them to get fixed all the time or call customer service because you don't know what's going on with your computer. If you didn't know the Control-Alt-Delete method, you can actually right click down here on the taskbar and then click Task Manager, and this will bring up the Control-Alt-Delete screen, as most of us know it as, and it's basically called the Task Manager. So this is actually important too. So go in Task Manager and go over to Startup. These are programs that start up when your computer starts the processes. So when it runs and when you log into your computer, these programs will be all brought up unless they're disabled. So go through the ones that you don't want to start when your computer is starting up, which is pretty useless when you're first starting up a computer. I could see like a few things running, like Java Update Scheduler or iTunes Helper or something like that, or my Dropbox. But other applications like OneDrive and stuff that I don't use, just go ahead and disable it, so when you start your computer you don't have a whole bunch of stuff trying to pop up at one time. And honestly, I would just go ahead and disable most, if not every single one of these, just because of the redundancy that it creates when your computer is starting, and how much longer it'll take for your computer to fully load when you have all of these enabled, or even a few of them enabled. So disable these. If you want to keep them enabled, that's fine, but that's basically what we want to do. So once all this is done, once your defrag is done, once your disk cleanup is done, you're going to want to go and restart your computer. Go back to Task Manager, this screen right here, and go to your performance. In your performance, you shouldn't be using at any given time, if you have less than 3 applications open, more than like 40% of your CPU. If you are using more than 40% of your CPU, what you're going to want to do is repeat this process, go back and delete more things, make sure your startup applications are running right or not running when your computer starts in your task manager. Make sure you defrag everything, make sure you delete files that you don't need, stuff like that, because if not, your computer will continue to crash because it's going to overload itself with all of this data that it shouldn't be getting, and doesn't really need to be running all at the same time. But I know this was a longer video. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I have tons of videos on PC help, programming, all types of stuff. Please come to my channel. Like I said, again, subscribe. And again, thank you for watching, and have a great day.